Hi guys, and welcome back to Double the Reaction. As you can see, it is just me today. I know you're probably going to turn off the video already. There's no Molly, so it is not as good to look at, but I've got the better ideas than Molly, haven't I? I definitely have the better ideas. But if you don't know who we are full-time travel vloggers under our travel page, Dabble and Travel. Head over there and check it out. There will be some full-time travel content coming from September, hopefully. It's been a hard-fought battle trying to plan out where to travel to next. We left the Philippines and India in around March. We've been home now for 6 months, trying to get back traveling. It's great travel content, but it's been almost impossible. Places have reopened up and then closed again. So we think we've figured out a route that we can maybe do so we can travel through land borders, but who knows, with coronavirus, anything can change. I don't know, it's going to be hard work, but make sure if you're not subscribed to that so you can follow us on our journey. And there's also a little English-based travel series, 2 or 3 episodes coming this weekend that we're actually starting to film tomorrow, so we're very excited to do that. Let's get into today's video, which is another one of your recommendations, so make sure you keep them coming. Either send them to our Instagram, feels weird doing that on my own, it doesn't really make sense, does it? At Dabble and Travel, or comment below. And today's recommendation is Indian port and American port, the shocking difference. So I'm going to get right into it. This is weird, I don't know if I put 1 or 2 headphones in when it's me. I don't know, I think I'm just going to go with 1. Let's do it.
You must have heard the sensational story of the deceased Indian millionaire, a beggar from Mumbai who left behind certificates of deposits and some cash. How strange is that? India and America. One is a developed country, the other one is still a developing nation. Unfortunately, homelessness, slums and poverty still exist in the 2 largest democracies.
But how do they differ, I suppose?
However, there is something that makes Indian slums unique. No, I'm not talking about the beggars anymore. I want to tell you the shocking difference that I have personally experienced while visiting the poor neighborhoods in the 2 countries. The first difference is people. Happy, friendly and joyful people.
They appreciate still what they've got, even if it's so small, they're still happy.
On the other hand, in America and also in many other Western nations, you tend to find anger and unrest when you visit the poor areas. I have personally experienced this. You do not see the smiling children who will come running towards you to hug you or to play with you. Instead, you see anger on people's faces. So, does it mean that Americans do not know how to be happy without money? On the other hand, in India, random strangers in the slums have hosted me.
Yeah, this wouldn't happen in a Western country. I think maybe there's more pressure on the government in Western countries to change that.
Many Western tourists love to
and they expect it to be changed to people.
This is something that happens all the time, and quite often, most Westerners do it without asking for any kind of permission. On the other hand, have you ever tried to walk in the American slums with a camera?
Yeah, you don't think about these things. People do it, and like if it would never happen in the Western world.
Our friends and well-wishers warned us not
there we go.
To those areas.
Told not to go without a camera.
There can be serious safety issues. Why are the poor areas in the Western nations perceived as dangerous? Is it about drugs and crime? I was told that there are places in America where even the police do not feel very comfortable going. Forget about women's safety. On occasions, even men do not tend to feel very safe walking in American slums. It is something that
drugs and crime are so high in them areas.
If you go to an American slum, you can find people that are unemployed, drug addicts, beggars, and even criminals who are on the run. The situation appears to be different in India. It doesn't mean that slums in India are crime-free, but Indian urban slums are definitely more like informal settlements.
I suppose they've all worked together and made it their own community as such.
Many residents in these Indian slums live there only temporarily until they are able to grow enough in their career to move out.
That's a good idea.
These slums in India are massive entrepreneurial hubs. Mumbai's Dharavi is a good example.
Which is where Slumdog Millionaire was filmed.
Economic zone. the recycling industry, pottery industry, textile industry. A simple walk can expose you to thousands of single-room factories.
Using their initiative.
Hardworking, simple people whose
It's a good
products
idea.
are even
There we go.
exported to other nations.
You can work your way up.
The annual turnover of this Indian slum has been reported to
That
be
is a lot of
between
money.
500 million to 1
For
billion
somewhere you wouldn't
dollars.
expect to be making a lot of money.
As far as health and sanitation is concerned, the situation is bad in both American and Indian slums. In particular, San Francisco streets are suffering from an unfortunate poop crisis.
Really? So you wouldn't expect this?
The city officially started a poop patrol task force in 2018. To fight the problem digitally, a tech guy even started an app called Snapcrab, but the
You
poop
would not
crisis in
expect
San
this at
Francisco
all.
still continues. While the administration in India might have broken several world records by constructing millions of toilets in a short period and are now striving to bring a behavioral change in Indians, the situation in San Francisco is going from bad to worse. More and more human feces are being spotted on San Francisco streets every year, and many will likely just go unreported. Among the reported ones, just in 2018, there were more than 28,000
It's a lot of poo.
When it comes to healthcare, things can be extremely difficult in America if you do not have at least $1,000 with you.
Yeah, the healthcare situation in the US is so, to us from Britain, it just doesn't make sense the way it's run out
Those
there.
Americans who have health insurance often find it difficult to take advantage of the benefits of their health insurance. It was found that half of all insurance policyholders in the USA face a deductible of at least $1,000. Unfortunately, $1,000 is already too much for many Americans to have in their bank savings. In 2016, a survey by
34% have no money, and that's a lot. That is a lot of people.
Have no money in the bank, and 69% of Americans do not have even $1,000 in savings.
Shows the contrast between the rich. You've got the rich, the working class, and then the poor.
In 2018, India launched an ambitious nationwide scheme which is said to be the world's biggest government health program and is expected to transform India's healthcare system.
You need a good healthcare system, you really do.
Nobody can beat India. While the American homeless are often seen eating bread or junk food, the poor in India can eat fresh, healthy food in various low-budget restaurants that are spread everywhere.
You've got to try the street food if you go to India.
In the West, poor people are seen buying second-hand clothes. In India, poor people can buy brand new clothes that are available for extremely low prices.
Such good options.
The poor in India can even travel all over the country on trains. They can watch movies in cinema halls and do many things that the richest do while being on a low budget. And this is because in India, all types of lifestyles for various budgets are available. In the West, the minimum price for several things are already out of budget for many. Whether it is train
tickets in the Western world, especially in the UK, are crazy. For like a 1 hour journey, it can cost, for a return, it can cost like $100.
God forbid, but if tomorrow you became poor, where would you wish to be? India or America?
It's a good question.
As a concerned global community, we should appeal to both nations to work hard in an effort to eliminate poverty and homelessness.
That was interesting.
See you again.
I think we're done. We're done. Right, there you go. So there's obviously a huge difference between the two. In India, it's more of a community feel, and they've got a lot of initiatives set up in the places with factories, and they're exporting goods, so they're making money. Whereas in America, it's sort of, once they become homeless, a lot will turn to drugs, and then from there it's hard to get back into a normal lifestyle, get a job and things like that. Whereas in India, they know they can work together within the community, set up these initiatives and make a lot of money. And they've also obviously got the opportunity to buy food, like street food's really cheap for them, whereas in America they haven't really got the option to go and do that. So you can see the benefits of living in a poorer community in India than in America. But then I suppose there's differences in both, positives and negatives in both. What is your opinion? What do you think? Which of the two would you rather live in if you had that sort of situation? And where do you think you could prosper the most, where you could leave that community and work your way up to the working class, and then maybe even the rich, the possibilities could be endless. You never know. Thank you for that recommendation. It was very interesting. Make sure to leave your thoughts below and keep your recommendations coming. Hopefully you enjoy watching them as much as me today, I've been left, enjoy reacting to them. So make sure you keep them coming. Either send them over to our Instagram @Double&Travel or comment below. And if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe, drop us a like, and keep on dabbling. I'll never say that, it felt really weird.